right. So, good morning, Kevin. How are you?
Hello. Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you look amazing today.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I love the background. So, I know
Thanks.
it was
Yeah, that's
styled
my
by
new
you.
special background that I've been kind of doing.
I know that's the love of your life, styling. I know.
Yep.
So I appreciate you taking time to talk to me today. And this is, we just have a quick interview. I would love to learn more about your business and to share your experience, working with us,
Sure.
because I know we have worked for a couple of years already.
Now
And
3 years now. It's been
yes,
3 years.
absolutely. 3 amazing years. And,
Yeah.
we love you. We really love you as our client. I really do hope that everyone's like you. So,
Well,
of,
we'll see. We're gonna track the good ones.
of course. So here, I just have few questions for you. So
Sure.
it's not really a long list of questions, but first of all, you being a stager, can you introduce yourself and, share what you do as a stager?
Okay. Sure. My name, of course, is Kevin Htain. I have been in the staging industry since 2005. So during that time, I have owned my major company, which was Identity Home Staging and Design. And I also had a couple subsegments of that I had kind of branched off some of the divisions of what I do, which includes interior design, training. I do a lot of training. Um, so that's kind of like something I was doing when I was doing staging. Recently, though, I have changed my format. I've sold my business, and now we are working together to get the next step going, which is to be more involved, directly working with home stagers to be able to get them to where they need to be, kind of fill in the gaps and everything else as well too. I'm more of a one-on-one kind of person. That's how I do it. So it's not going to be like group training or anything else.
Mhm.
It's more me coming in and helping people out and helping stage their business. Yeah. So I'm going to
Definitely.
take all of my background, everything I have, which comes from I've been, when I was in university, I did a lot of kind of like training and community programming. I did also was a grief and a trauma counselor for a very long time too.
Mm.
I did work within model homes for many years, and that's what led me into coming into staging when it was introduced to our area. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. So you mentioned 2005. So, compared with what we have right now in your industry. So, what is the advantage of being in the industry for since 2025? Oh, excuse me, 2005.
Definitely, there's a huge advantage. When I first started, we were maybe like a small handful of people that brought
Mm-hmm.
the home staging concept down to Southern California. So we kind of really were the pioneers in back in 2005 when everything nobody knew what was about, and we had to inform before we
Mm-hmm.
performed. And so it was a very slow process, a lot of education to the sellers and also to the realtors so they know the benefits of staging and how it works. So I'm very good at explaining to people the process as well as the benefits. And I
Mm-hmm.
also am pretty good at telling people some of the drawbacks if they don't do what's supposed to happen. I kind of give a little bit of a risk probability assessment for them. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's really amazing because, it's actually an advantage for the new ones. I will not say a newbies, but those people who are just venturing into this industry,
And
right?
exactly, yes. That's who I really
Right.
want to be working with are the people that I work with anybody, but primarily I do want to work with the new ones who are launching their business, kind of making sure we get them on the right
Mhm.
path. Because believe me, over the 20 years I've done this, I have made every single mistake in the book. Um, yeah, so I don't mind sharing that with people and helping them avoid those things. So, yeah,
Absolutely. That's a huge advantage. Someone
yeah.
talking to you like 20 years who has 20 years of experience is really amazing, right?
Hmm.
So in short, you're already like their guidebook, Like a
Kind of,
human
yeah. Just
Bible,
sort of yeah,
right?
like a path guide. That's what I am. On
Absolutely.
a one-on-one situation, that's what I do. It's really working one-on-one with people so that I can help them develop their brand, develop,
Hmm.
some design skills for refinement, and then make sure they're on the right path to really make sure they're going to be profitable. That's my big thing is I want to make sure staging is going to be more profitable because right now it is not.
I know. And since that you mentioned it's not, I would like to ask you because before working with us, right, I know you have faced a lot of challenges in this business,
Hmm.
but I would like to ask you personally, how has our virtual assistance team, were able to make a difference and help you with those challenges that you're facing in this
Okay,
business?
for I will tell you for sure, you guys are my godsend. Um, I was so like lost. I didn't like technology and stuff like that is not my forte. What I'm great
Mhm.
at is staging. What I'm great at is telling people about staging and helping them. I don't do the computer stuff. I just it's not my forte. So I really needed to find somebody like you to work with me. And I started doing research into VAs, because I heard about them. I'm like, what can they do for me and stuff through my business coach that I have. My business coach was the one who recommended that. She told me that, you have your superpowers and then you also have your not powers. And your best thing to do is to put all your efforts into your superpowers and then farm out the rest and just make sure you get a really good team behind you. So, where I found you is from my staging sister, Nikki Watson.
Yes,
She
amazing.
came
She's
to
really
do a beautiful like presentation here in Southern California. I took her out to sushi and stuff afterwards. And I was just telling her what was going on, and she's like, "I have the perfect person for you." And then later that night, she emailed um, me, like your name, and then said, "I'm gonna do a whole like Facebook connection thing to get you guys in contact." So it was at that sushi restaurant where she already kind of told me about that, and it really in 3 years that I've worked with you guys, it has changed everything. It has opened up a lot more doors for me that I needed to have happen because I was really really deficient in it. To be very honest, I was extremely deficient in it. Um, I remember when I sent my VA my first like mock marketing. I was like, oh well, like this is what I've been using, and I was talking to her on the phone and I could start to hear her laugh, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll take it because it's not what I do. No, she was very polite though, but she was a little smirking about it. I'm like, no, that's okay. Well, within 30 minutes, she had turned something around and gave it back to me, and we used that flyer for forever. It was absolutely beautiful. She came up with a tagline. It had like a lot of composition to the flyer. It just looked really, really attractive and really like professional, and that's what I needed. I want to have somebody that would represent me and know who I am and know my goals and really represent it visually and help me out that way. So what it did, especially because this year was the year that I had ended up closing my business, we decided to ramp up the branding really really hard right before closing to see if we can get a profit out of the sale, because otherwise I probably would have not made that much money. And I'll tell you for sure that it helped out greatly. It took a near BK situation for me and it turned around where, I'm, I'm not going to say how much, but I'm making a lot more money. And that allows me to be able to branch out and start my new business and take care of the things that I really ignored all this time, including my own health, because I was grasping for straws all the time. I was not surrounding myself with the people like you that had my best interest in mind. So once that happened, I knew I could tap into you guys and say, "Hey, listen, we're going through a little problem. I need to ramp up the branding and the marketing. I need to make my company appear to be have more value than it currently does." So yes, that really helped out. And I really encourage anybody just at least have a conversation with you, a really lengthy conversation with you, so that you can understand. what their unique goals are, and that way you would be able to service them the best. Because I'm not sure if anyone's seen this, but like your list of services like goes on page after page after page after page, and I'm just amazed that you guys can do pretty much anything under the sun. And not only that, but you guys specialize in home staging. That is what's amazing. You specialize in that market. And so it makes it very easy for us to be able to work with you because instinctively you know what we need. Yeah, so that's it. I'm very, very happy that I found you guys. I could not have done any of this without you. So I encourage as many people to really, really consider using you guys so they can focus on their staging and do what they need to do, and then turn the rest of it over to somebody that they can trust.
I appreciate it. No, thank you so much for sharing your experience.
Absolutely.
For me, being the owner of this virtual assistant services is, our client success is our success. Hearing these kind of words from my client is already a success for us because not only that we have helped you, but we also, know for ourselves that we are doing well, we're doing good, and the trust that we have built together with that span of 3 years working together, you know, I can say it was
You guys
amazing
have
because
literally become my best friend. I mean, like
I
I
know.
talk to all the time, and I'm just so grateful for it. I'm really grateful that we got together because, like I said, like it's good to be able to trust people that know where I'm coming from and all. So I really do
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Yeah.
For me, how we value clients is not just clients. You treat them as your own, like a family, because I know for sure that's one thing, even with staging, right?
Yeah.
How you handle your designs, how you handle your business, when you treat it with love, trust, and care,
You
it
get it
goes,
back.
yes. And
Yeah.
that's why you're in the industry for more than 20 years.
Yeah, you
That's
have to have a
one
good
of the key.
passion for it. It's kind of a
Mm-hmm.
blend of being able to know when to dial back your ego and be able
Mm-hmm.
to do what you need to do for the client, but then also giving them the proper guidance and then
Mm-hmm.
delivering to them exactly what you're supposed to, plus a little bit more. That's what everybody wants to do.
Absolutely.
However, in that case, in order to get to that achievement, we do need to make sure that we are accepting correct budgets to do that and not cutting deals and stuff. And
Mm,
that is what your company specifically has helped me out with was to basically command the result that I desired. When I was using the weird, marketing that I was doing, people were looking at it, they're like, that's weird. And then like when I started paying the other one, I started getting better quality projects, a lot higher. My last 3 years, I was doing an immense amount of ultra luxury. 16,000 square foot, 9 bedrooms, like
wow.
12 bathrooms, a huge backyard in the front with a big, portico and all that stuff. It was just absolutely huge. I had one property that was $32 million for sale. I had another property that was, I think it was 24. Yeah, it was a lot.
Hmm.
So we had some really good ones. And before that, I had maybe one that was 4 or 5 million, and that's as far as I really got by myself. But once I polished up the branding and the marketing with you guys, it opened up the avenue for me to get better quality and higher paying projects, and it really made me look like I could handle luxury. Yeah.
You can definitely do it. You
Oh,
can
I could do it
definitely
all.
handle.
Yeah. Mhm.
I know everything under the sun because again, being in the industry for 20 years is not easy, but you're still on the top and it's not that easy as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Struggles, challenges, you've been there, but you're still
Yeah.
here. Your name is still here and a lot of people are still looking up to you.
I
So
hope
it's
so. That's
amazing.
really what I want to do. I really want to make sure that how do you say it? When I leave this mortal coil, I want to make sure staging is going to be healthy and it's going to stay very strong. It is
Mhm.
truly the only legacy I can leave behind. I don't have anything else really, a spouse or any children or any property or anything else. So what I put into it now is all in because, like I said, at the end of the time, I just want to know that what I have done has contributed to all of them, my industry, because they contributed so much towards me, and I want to pay that back. I want to make sure
Ab-
they are not only good, but they are going to be very strong. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you.
yeah,
I have one
absolutely.
more question. So
Sure.
you already mentioned all the, the help that you got from us, how it was very, helpful and useful for your business.
Yeah.
I know a lot of business owners or, virtual services like us offer the same thing. Of course, because me myself, I'm not a very huge company, but there's a lot out there. But can you tell me just even like just one thing, one valuable, or how should I say, one thing you value most about working with us?
Okay. Well, I can't one. Geez, I can't narrow it down to one. Um, the benefits are multiple. And I definitely
Of,
say what you put into it,
mm,
you will get back definitely. Um, and I want to let people know that they're using your services, that it's going to require a lot of transparency, a
mm-hmm,
lot of communication,
mm-hmm,
and then also for people to understand that, you know, um, as I share with you, results don't happen at microwave speed. And even if they did, you don't want them. So the time that you initially put in with your VA is crucial. And also to the idea that like you really do not want them to pump out work really quickly. You really need to make sure that you work on slowly getting in, working with them, integrating them slowly, kind of handing more stuff to them while they finish up, but really giving your VA enough appropriate time to make sure that they can develop something that is going to be tangible and something that's going to work. It makes no sense if we're going to put our time into there and produce something that's not going to work. So that's a whole thing is really understanding, loving your VA because I love mine. Really just making sure you bring them into the team and that you really open the communication, that you show transparency at all time. Even if you're confused and you need direction, ask your VA because that's what they're there for. Don't feel the pressure to be like, I need to lead it all. I need to do whatever. Don't do that. Release the control and let them help you. That is my biggest thing. Now, as far as one thing that is the best out of you guys, um, okay. I'm breaking this into two. For me personally, the best thing about it is that my VA has become my sister. My VA has become my sister so hardcore that like I even am considering relocating to be close to you guys. It's an option, it really is. And that's how bonded I am with not only her, but with you. And that's
mm-hmm,
a gift. It's a really big gift because you guys were there when I really needed not only VA services, but for acknowledgement, to help me get through an extremely rough time. You guys were always there. You guys were actually the number one people that were there. So that's it for me. And I think for everybody else, the thing that you guys offer that other people don't is scaling, financial scaling. And that is a whole thing for me. We're on this for our business. And you know, you you need to realize that like the VAs are here to help you make more money and also to get you more business. And so I do know for a fact that, I talked to a lot of people who have used VAs and they're like, we just don't know how to use them. They only get a couple hours here or there. Whereas you guys know what you're doing and you have the results to prove it. So I know for me that, like I said, like when I started working with my VA, it probably took me about like 3 months. And then I got like, all the really, really good packaging. I got a new website. First one I've ever had and like went complete for a long time. It was beautiful. I got logos, I got everything. I got everything. It was like basically starting all over again, but the correct way. And then within the 3 months, I landed a $19,000 project. And let me tell you, my VA services did not even cost like a drop in the bucket compared to that yield. So you guys have a huge, what we call an ROI, or ROSI, return on staging investment. You guys definitely, not only do you do it, but you have the proof We know it works. And that is something that I can speak confidently in and tell people that are watching this that, you guys are not like the other VAs. You are not. You guys are definitely a lot better, in my opinion, for the home staging business because, you're not doing cold calls and whatever. You're actually doing stuff to scale up the business and get it ready. You can do cold calls, but really that's where we started. But with me and my VA, but once I learned she could do so much more, I handed it to her. I'm like, you go for it. I'm like, this is amazing. And I'm glad I did that because, that I didn't kind of like bottleneck her and be like, you just do like, email, like stuff like that. So yeah, you guys really are the proof in the pudding. That's what I say as well too. And then also what you put into your company, you get back tenfold
Thank you so
at the
much.
minimum.
Thank you.
And you're
So,
also easy to get to work with too. That's the whole thing. Some of the VAs, they build up that wall and they're like, whatever. And like, whereas you guys lean in. You want to know what our aches and pains are and where you can help out, and you deliver on that. So that's very different than most, um, you know, at-home VAs and stuff like that. So you guys are doing really good,
absolutely.
and I want you guys to
Thank
have as much
you.
success as possible.
Thank you so much. And again,
Yeah.
like I've been saying, our client success is our success as well, for
Well,
sure.
congratulations, we did it. Let's
Thank
get you some
you.
more.
Absolutely. And for me, I don't have any question. I have heard enough and I appreciate it. And again, you being this in this industry, or it already tells how good you are,
Yeah, thank you.
right? We appreciate it. So one last line. Give me a one motto or like one tagline that you can advise to your staging, you know, network or world.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Learn to stage your business the way that you stage your homes.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
All
Learn to
right.
stage your business the way that you stage your homes. Take care of it the same
Perfect.
way.
Thank you so much. That's a good line
Uh,
for sure.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kevin, for
of
this
course.
time. And we appreciate you sharing all of your success and professional, years here with us. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
having.
I'm looking forward to
Appreciate it.
many, many more.
Many, many more years and business
Many, many more.
together.
You guys definitely are, well, I'll tell you for sure, you guys are the only ones that's coming with me from my old company. You guys. So, yeah, no,
And
I'm very
yes,
excited to be with you guys for a very, very long time. You
thank you
can't
so
get rid of
much
me.
of course. And we won't let that happen
Yeah,
for sure. Thank you so much
of,
for having us. And yes, more business and best of, the things. Thank you so much.
of course. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank
Bye.
you.